could you just give us an overall description of how camp has been going for you, without the benefit of having OTAs? And also, does it benefit being around some veterans, like such as Byron Jones and, different guys like that?
Oh yeah, it's always good when you can get around vets, people that have been doing this for a while, and just kind of pick their brains. Obviously, it's a different situation, something that we've never been a part of, as an NFL. So it's just kind of a learning experience for us, especially not being able to have preseason and OTAs and all that stuff earlier. So I'm just literally staying under the older guys' wings, learning as much as I can possible. And, during practice, mistakes are going to happen, especially a lot of this is new for me, especially being in person, seeing stuff. So I'm just trying to learn and get better every single day.
I'm going to go to Barry Jackson.
Hi, Brandon. Has it been so far all safety work for you? Have you lined up in nickel at all? I know you did that obviously at Texas some last year. And what's your comfort level doing that if they ask you to?
Yeah, I'm open to whatever gets me on the field as fast as possible and whatever I could do to help the team, whether it's lining up in a slot at nickel, lining at high safety, strong safety. I'm just here to do what I can to make the team better at the end of the day. And I have been working, kind of everywhere. Our coach wants us to be able to be multiple and be able to play different positions because you never know what can happen at the end of the day. So definitely been working kind of everywhere.
Hal?
Hi, Brandon. What are some of the things you were able to do during the time that there were no OTAs and so forth? What did you do on your own to try to get in shape and get prepared for this camp?
I'm really big on routine. So I was back in Dallas and Frisco most of the off season and kind of just stuck to a routine, the same thing, just getting as much work as possible. It's kind of hard when you're by yourself, especially during the quarantine, to get around with people. You have to stay 6 feet apart from everybody. So my biggest thing was obviously conditioning was a huge importance. I know, lifting, getting strong is going to come with it, but being in, physical shape, conditioning wise was super important, especially with this heat. This humidity is a lot different. I'm not used to it. I'm still kind of adjusting to it. I lose hella weight every single day. So it's definitely new for me. But yeah, biggest thing was just conditioning wise. And I think I'm in pretty good shape for the most part.
All right. One more for Hal.
Brandon, the last time we talked to you, you had mentioned you're not the biggest guy in the world out there. And in fact, you're the lightest safety out there. I noticed at one point today, it looked like you were taking on a guard who probably outweighed you by 10 or 15 pounds. What's that like when you have to go
50 pounds.
Yeah. What's that like?
I really just kind of use my advantages and use my strengths and go against them. Obviously, strength-wise, as soon as I know in my head, as soon as they get me locked on, I'm done for. So I'm going to try to do as much wiggle room, use my speed, get down. I'm shorter, a lot shorter than a lot of them. So I'm going to get down as low as I can, try to make them bend. But, those points, those times are going to come, and screen passes or anything like that. You got guards, tackles pulling to come get you. Biggest thing our coach tells us is just stay alive at the end of the day.
Omar?
Brandon, I want to ask you, in terms of this defense, how complex is it to learn? I know you're a smart guy, but what are the intricacies that give you issues?
I would say just kind of getting comfortable in knowing the next step. I think I'm really good at knowing once we get a formation, what the call is and stuff like that, but kind of getting on the next level, knowing, hey, if this guy motions, this is what we got to go to. And just the overall importance of fundamentals and techniques. That stuff, you're playing against the best of the best each week. And, a bad step or anything like that can win or lose a game. So you got to be very, very critical of your fundamentals and techniques and just kind of knowing ahead of time what's next to happen if this may occur in a situation.